you ever prayed but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. No prayer too small. God hears them all.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and a host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You then try to bang on the lid that maybe you'll unsettle the dirt and somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You know you can't do it on your own. You just don't know where to turn for help. In reality, there are probably people standing right near your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you're abusing drugs and alcohol that you might just overdose and take something away that was given to you by the Lord Jesus? And if that's not selfish enough, think about this. You're taking your life away from people that love and count on you most. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, and grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that went to their grave and didn't pick up the phone and call for help. Give me a call at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you I'll help you take your life back. And there are other people like myself, life coach, addiction recovery coach, people like Larry, guys from the Guys Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis and I always tell folks like you, it doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is that you're here looking for help today. Pick up the phone and call Larry at 516-458-2741 or go to his website at www.odysseyconsultant.org and let Larry help you go from addiction to recovery, from depression to happier times, from low self-esteem to raising it. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy, 516-458-2741. Folks, don't forget, when you take your slippers off at night, don't just put them by the edge of your bed, stick them directly under your bed, far. That way in the morning when you wake up and God allows you to see the streams and the waterfalls, you jump to your feet, get on your knees to retrieve those slippers you put under there the night before. And while you're on your knees, let God know how you really feel. Let God know that how thankful you are for having a home, the bed you just slept in, the slippers you're going to put on, the food, the relationships, your health. Ask God for daily guidance and direction, for mercy and forgiveness. Do this each and every night. Put your slippers under your bed and do this each and every morning. Retrieve your slippers up and get on your knees and pray to God. The power of prayer is more powerful than anything else in life itself. Now put those slippers on and walk with God 24/7. What is the meaning? What lacks the meaning in life to substance abuse, depression? Lack of meaning in life because of substance abuse and depression. Think about those words. Something's missing there. A lack of ultimate meaning in life, considered an important dimension of spirituality, is associated with alcohol abuse and drug addiction, as well as other mental health problems, including anxiety and depression, according to a new study at the Florida Atlantic University. Although adult attachment styles and spirituality have shown to be protective factors against depression among people being treated for drug addiction, no studies to date have examined how these two factors together are related to depressive symptoms in today's population. The researchers examined how adult attachment styles, secure versus insecure, and two distinct spirituality dimensions, existential purpose, meaning in life, and religious well-being or perceived relationships with God, are associated with depressive symptoms. Working in collaboration with Behavioral Health of Palm Beaches, that's BHOPB, a substance abuse treatment center in Palm Beach County, the researchers developed a model that looks at how creativity, service, and solitude can be used in addiction treatment to foster purpose and the meaning of life. They found that encouraging people's creative talents, painting, writing, giving them opportunities to serve others, and helping them to connect to core values, their true self, through prayer, mediation, or meditation, helped them to discover ultimate purpose and meaning as part of their recovery process. And what that basically means is that when a person is going through recovery, like I am, by serving others, like I do with these videos and many other factors, they help themselves, like I always tell you folks. When I do these videos, I know I help someone out there, but more importantly, I help myself. There are always 2 people that get help each and every video. An important finding in their research shows that having an insecure attachment style appears to be a risk factor for developing depressive symptoms. Another significant finding shows that existential purpose and meaning in life dimensions of spirituality seems to be the most important factor related to depressive symptoms. The research showed that The researchers note that although their findings suggest that practitioners should consider focusing on promoting improved interpersonal relationships for individuals with insecure attachment styles, they may want to place fostering purpose and meaning in life as a higher priority for treatment and for planning. Programs such as the 12-step model might want to take into consideration the relative importance of two spiritual dimensions and put into place programmatic support for development of purpose and meaning in life rather than only stressing the perceived closeness to God, said researcher Tammy Malloy, Chief Clinical Officer at the Rehab Center. The new findings are extremely important because they shed light on different ways to help individuals in treatment addiction, noted John Graham, PhD, Professor and Director of the hospital. This, in turn, not only helps clients receiving treatment, but also improves how addiction professionals do their work all the way around, contributing to the health and well-being of broader community. It's a pretty simple concept. When a person like myself goes out and helps people, when I talk to you about the slippers under the bed and talking to God, when I talk to you about having a sober day promises a better tomorrow, when I talk to you about anti-drugs and anti-alcohol, it's not merely to relay that message through a camera and into your living room, into your kitchen. It is to help me. Because remember, each and every video, all 1,466 now, all required for me to get the material. And by getting that material, I need to read that material in order to stick it on the teleprompter. Although I read it to you from a teleprompter, I have already read that material. Not only that, but when I do read it to you in a teleprompter, it sticks in my mind again. It's 24/7 living of sobriety. I said on an interview about 2 years ago on a show that sobriety is a job, a full-time job in itself. It requires you to give and give and give to get and get and get. You can't just merely say you're sober and that's the end of that. You have to live the life that's required to be sober by living life in sobriety. And now I have a visitor. This is Manta, and Manta is the executive director of this show. But Manta wanted to say hello. But folks, the simple concept is when you're helping others, you always help yourself. In anything in life. A simple smile, a simple opening the door, a simple carrying the bag, a simple getting the garbage out for an elderly. Those are all factors. I hope to God this segment was good, and I hope and I pray that you all have a sober rest of your life, and may God bless each and every one of you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God Did you feel all hope was gone? But in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember,